Hello and welcome to the Computer Lab YouTube channel, and this is just a quick tutorial on how to delete apps and programs from your Mac computer. Now I know if you're an avid Apple user you'll already know how to do this, but if you're coming straight from Windows it can be sometimes a bit daunting. When you look in the control panel you're basically looking for something to uninstall or uninstall programs like you see in Windows, and you don't get that option in the Mac because it is done slightly different. There's several ways of doing this, and there's a neat little trick I'll just show at the end just for clearing some of the files out that some of the old program files might be residing in your Finder. So straight away we'll set off with just the first thing to do. So what you need to do is open Launchpad. Now obviously again, if you're new to the Mac, this is this little icon here, which is a little rocket in the silver circle, or you can push F4 on your keyboard and that will bring up Launchpad. So I will click it on the dock here, and here's the programs that, or the apps that are currently installed on this Mac. And the first way to uninstall an app is very similar to what you do on your iPhone. And if you haven't got an iPhone, what you normally do is you would normally keep your finger pushed on the app you want to delete. So if I just keep my left click button down and let go, you'll see the apps start to jiggle. And if I just scroll across different windows here, you see the ones that are allowing me to delete. So any of these ones that have the crosses next to, I can delete by clicking the cross, and that will delete the app from the Mac. So for example, if I wanted to click this one-click DVD creator, if I want to delete that one, I would just click the cross. Are you sure you want to delete this application? Yes, we want to delete, and then we'll click delete, and that's it, gone. Simple as that. It stops, all the apps stop jiggling, and we have deleted that from the Mac. Okay, so that's the first way to delete an app. So the next way to look at if your app doesn't have the little cross and can't be installed from Launchpad is to use a uninstall program that's built into the program that you're trying to uninstall. So the way to find this out is to go down to Finder, open Finder up. Finder is, again, if you're not used to the Mac, this is the Finder, similar to the File Explorer in Windows. So you open Finder up, and then you'll see the list of files. Yours might look slightly different to this here. This one's set to show these particular ones in the Favorites section. And the one that we're after, you should be able to see applications. That should be in as default. So the applications, these are basically the programs that are installed on the Mac. So looking down the list on this particular Mac, these are the programs that are installed. And if we want to uninstall something from here, I'm looking for a program that has a built-in uninstaller. Now not all programs have this built-in. So you can usually tell the ones that have an uninstaller built in by the little arrow to the left. So say for example we are looking at that SketchUp, that's not got an uninstaller built in. We'll look at that Sky Fonts underneath, and there we go. So this particular one here where it says Sky Fonts Uninstaller, that is the uninstaller program. So if I double click that icon there, then it will bring the prompt up and ask us, are we sure you want to install Sky Fonts, this particular program? And obviously it tells you that it will uninstall all associated files, etc. Cannot be undone. So if I click on uninstall, I don't want to uninstall this particular one, but if I just click that there, it will uninstall the program, and then we should be relatively clean of that program. Okay, so the last and final way to delete an app or program off your Mac is by dragging it into the trash bin. Quite a simple way, but this is obviously the last way to do it, because if you have followed the first two steps, either by using the cross in the top left of the icon or using an uninstaller, they're the preferred methods because they have a built-in way of deleting related files to that program that might be hidden within your personal folder in Finder. So this way is just to drag the application into the trash folder. So again, you need to go down into Finder, open Finder up, and if you find an icon, so obviously again make sure applications is selected at the top. Once you've found the file or program that you want to delete, so for example let's get rid of this one here, and all we need to do is left click on the mouse, keep left click down and drag it across into the trash bin and let go. That's that program now deleted. from the applications folder. Incidentally, if you empty the trash bin now, you can't recover it, but if you do find that you've mistakenly deleted something, you can open your trash bin by just clicking on the trash. You see here the one that I've just dragged into the trash. If I left click on there, I can just then go up to Finder, and I can put back there, and it will put it back into the applications folder as if it hadn't never been deleted. So, but if you do empty your trash bin, obviously that's it gone for good until you reinstall it or pay for it again, whatever type of program it is. Okay, so the final thing just to go through is if there's any files or bits of folder that you find, so you might delete the programs like we just explained, and it might just leave something in your personal file or folder. So we just need to go up to the Finder in the top toolbar, and in the top menu bar here, if you just go to the where it says Go along the top, this will then bring this menu up here, and you just go right down to the bottom, and the first one I'm going to show you is just Go To folder. So click on the Go To folder, and then you need to type in exactly this bit of script, and all this is doing is sending telling that Finder to go to this particular folder, which is Library Application Support, which resides in your personal folder or personal files within your account on the Mac. So this here now is the showing the actual application support folder, and within here, if we find something that we've already uninstalled and it is sat in this folder, we can just left click on it and drag it across into the trash bin like so. I'm not going to delete this one because that's part of the program that I am using, but if it does leave any remnants and they are sat in this application support, you can find them just to make sure, or once you've uninstalled the program, you can just double check in here and make sure that there's nothing in there that shouldn't be. The other way to do it is again go up to the top toolbar, go to Finder, and then Go, and you'll notice in this list there is no library selected at the moment, but if I hold the key down, the Alt key down, that's the key next to the Command key on your Mac keyboard, it then shows library. So as I let go and push it again, it shows the library folder. And if you just click on the library folder, it will then open the first section of the bit of script I've just showed you. So if I just change my view so you can see there, it is going into my account, into library, into accounts, and the one that we were looking at before is application support. So if we click on application support, it then takes us to this particular folder, and then again we can just have a root through that folder, make sure there's nothing there from the program that we deleted previously. And it's just a good way to check and just tidy up and make sure everything's okay. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you please can subscribe, give us a like, or any comments below. It all helps us keep the channel going. Thank you very much for watching.